200 level. I really think I should have done a spoken word poetry concerning this. I mean, 100 level was a level of self discovery, but I think it got intensified in 200 level because, bro. But we thank God for how far He has brought us. And here I am again, passing down the baton to you.
Oh, last on its face.
My name is Oto-Obong. I am a faith and lifestyle content creator. If this is your first time here, just click on the subscribe button. It is a really interesting place here. I'm not even going to lie to you. Somebody tell them in the comment section, okay? And if you know anybody who is going to their sophomore year, share the word. Just share this video with them. The first thing I want you to understand is that the race is not over. Nope. To those who did well, to those who did not do as much as they wanted to, the race is not over. It is not the end. I think for me, I'll say that I started off well. Yeah, I started off well as a fresher, and they always say that your 100 level result is like a foundation. If you're high, you can build it up and you can maintain that stamina, and that is very very true. But now I'm talking to those who did very well, right? And whatever I'm going to say right now is not to scare you, but it's just to make you know and come to the understanding. It is very easy to drop. So whatever thing you think you did in 100 level, you need to bring it to 200 level. Having that at the back of your mind, it will help you because it's very, very easy to be proud or to be overconfident. Well, actually, that me now, I did this, this one, you just have to see, my guys, pride goes before a fall. And Joe, let's not let overconfidence get into our head. This is just 100 level. So you need to keep up with the momentum. Now, to my guys who did not do as much as they wanted to, the same is for you. The race is not over. It is not the end. I didn't really do as much as I expected in 200 level anyway. And I remember that I was talking to one of my leaders and I was telling her how that I wasn't feeling so good. Like, I mean, I could have done better and da 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 da, you know. And she was like, this is not the end. The exact same thing that I still have 300 level and 400 level to meet up. So I should just buckle up again and ask God for a word and trust Him to guide me in 300 level and 400 level. I'm a penultimate student. I have 300 level and 400 level, and it is not the end. You are a sophomore, and you have 200 level, 300 level, and 400 level. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? If it's not the end for me, you know it's not the end for you. So we still have work to do. So that's leading us to our next point. Reflect and prepare ahead of time. So the one that did well, what are the things you feel you put in place that enabled you to do it? Because success has marks. It's not something that just happens like that. No, there were certain things that you did. You will not say, oh, I just woke up in the morning and I went to write my exam and I passed. No, that's not how success. If not, everybody will be successful, right? There were things you did, so you need to reflect and prepare to do those things, and even put in better structures. Think, what were the things that I did not really do well in? What were the things that I could have done better? You need to find your faults in your mistakes. Don't blame your mistakes on anyone. It is your mistake. Own it and be responsible for it. Because it's only when you own it and you're responsible for it that you find out your flaws, you find out your faults. And when you find them out, what next? You work towards creating a better structure. The next thing is look out for Caleb's and Joshua's. I'm sure you're looking at me like, what are you trying to say? But I want to take our minds to that Bible story in Numbers chapter 13. So this was where God wanted to give the Israelites the land of Canaan. And then 12 spies were sent to check out the land. And what did these 10 spies come to say? They're like, oh, the land is good. It's flowing with milk and honey. But, however, nevertheless, the people be strong that dwell in the land, and the cities are walled and very great. And moreover, we saw the children of Anak there. 33, it said that, and there we saw the giant, the son of Anak, which come of the giants, and we were in our own sights as grasshoppers. and so we were in their sight. They said they were like grasshopper. Who said you are like grasshoppers? Like, see that kind of exaggeration. Does this sound familiar? Not that you go and meet one senior. Hey, senior Shalom, CLA 202. Can you tell me some things about the course?
That course, but the course is good though. It's nice. I mean, the lecturer is nice, but you can never pass the course. The most intelligent person in that class, and what he got was C. C. So just forget about it and give up. Just get ready to get a C.
You know, those kind of people, I don't know what to say. They irritate me. I'm not a pessimistic person at all. After our results came out, yeah, I was scrolling through some statuses, and then I met one of my level mates. She just typed it on her status. How do I tell all these 100 level students that all these first class they're having, it's just because they're in 100 level. When they get to 200 level, their eye will clear. It was something like that. I'm just paraphrasing. I was like, what's this? What, it was one of the things that stirred me up to shoot this video, because many people are spreading negativity out there, and it doesn't even make sense. Yes, it doesn't. You have a God that is greater than all things. See, humanly speaking, it is not possible, but with God, all things are possible. So even when I tried that thing and it did not work, it does not mean that when you try it, it will not work. Do you understand? Look out for Caleb's and Joshua's. Who was Caleb and who was Joshua? Caleb and Joshua were the only two people out of the 12 that said, no, let us go. Let me read it. Caleb stilled the people before Moses and said, let us go up at once and possess it, for we are well able to overcome it. Those are the people you need in your life. All these naysayers, you need to cut them off. Because you see, the naysayers in this place, they affected the Israelites. I'm going to read it now in Numbers chapter 14. It says, and all the congregation lifted up their voice and cried, and the people wept that night. Because of everything these people had said, they started crying. The Bible says that we should guard our hearts. So we should be careful of the people that we bring into our space and people that we go and meet. That's what I mean by look out for Joshua's and Caleb's. People who are of good reports. Now, the next thing I'll be sharing is don't take up too much responsibilities. I feel like I'm talking to my 200 level self, because this was one of the mistakes that I made. Is it wrong to take responsibilities? No, it is not. When I was still in 100 level, I was having this conversation with some of my classmates, and you know, they were like, oh, in 200 level, I want to start my business. In 200 level, I want to run for this position. In 200 level, I want to do this. I know you also want to do things in 200 level. I also started my jewelry business in 200 level. 200 level is a time where we want to explore a little bit, but my dear, a little bit. I would not advise you to take up to 4 or 5 responsibilities. Maybe in 100 level, all the only thing you were doing was your academics, maybe church, and then you were in a club or a society. Those were the only 3 things. And then when you go to 200 level and not doing 8 things, how do you expect to cope? How? If at all you want to add anything to what you're doing, 1 or 2 or at most 3. I would not even advise 3. 2 is enough. Of course, you're going to be hearing people come to you to tell you that you're going to go to the outside world and you have to learn to take responsibilities now, because by the time you get to the outside world, you know, are you going to say that you're going to stop being a mother, right? Because you want to do your business, or you're going to everybody calm down, okay? It's small now. If you take extra 2 in 200 level and you try to manage it, you're going to get so used to that. Then when you get to 300 level, you can add another, maybe 1. You get so used to that. When you get to 400 level, you can, you know, small. I think when I was in 100 level, the only thing that I was doing basically was my academics and Monday muffin. I don't think I was doing any of that thing. I don't think. But in 200 level, I started my jewelry business. 3. I joined my fellowships academic units. 4. I joined Bible study units. Although I joined like second semester, 5. I joined drama. 6. I became a floor. 7. What else did I even do in 200 level? But I know I did quite a lot. And of course, I was weighed down. There are many times I'll tell my friends, like, you guys, I'm just tired. But I didn't want to drop it because of that idea of, you know, when you're going to get outside school, you know, there's so much responsibility. Take what you can handle. and let God strengthen you in those areas. And see, another thing I've come to realize is that God expects excellence from you in everything you do. So somebody that is doing like two things and God is expecting excellence from that person in two things does not mean that because you are doing 10 things, God is not expecting excellence from you. And the question is, can you be excellent in all those 10 things that you are doing? That's the question you need to ask yourself. Can you? Please. Because you also need time to yourself. Time that you use and watch movie. Time that you use and relax. Time that you use and sleep. I didn't really get that time for myself in 200 level. And I think it's something that I'm working towards in 300 level because I've dropped a lot of things now so I can concentrate better. Do we understand? Last point, maximize scholarships. My apologies that this may not apply to every sophomore that's watching this video. It's just depending on the honors that you're in. First class, second class, upper, second class, lower. But then there are some scholarships that are not just for first class honors. There's scholarships that are for second class upper. So you have to be on the lookout for scholarships. I'm not going to say that if you apply for scholarships automatically you will get scholarship. But I've known like two people now who applied for scholarships and they actually did get it. And again, there are benefits to applying for scholarships, whether or not you get it. I pray you all get it, okay? But I don't want you to like, go for this thing and if you don't get it, you're not like, oh, I should not have wasted my time. No, you did not. Because in the future, you're going to be applying for so many other things. Applying for scholarships would help boost your essay writing skills, even your time management skills. You know that the deadline for this thing is 2nd of May. Nobody should be telling you that by 1st of May you should be submitting your application. It will also help you like have the scanned copy of all of your documents. I mean that's bliss, right? So you have the scanned copy of your passport, you have the scanned copy of your NIN, you have the scanned copy of so many documents that on a regular you don't have the scanned copy of. Recently, I was applying for CAC for my jewelry business, and she just told me send this, and this, and I just sent it like speedily because I already have the scanned copy. And again, fourth benefit is that you get used to I don't want this to sound like sort of weird, but you get used to rejection. Not used to, but I don't know. Many of us are not like really. I was talking to one of my friends sometime back, and she told me how that the reason why she doesn't want to do certain things is because she's scared that she's going to be rejected. I've not had that fear in a very, very long time. I'm not scared of rejection. In fact, I embrace it because I've been applying for things since I finished secondary school. All the scholarships to go abroad and I was applying for them. And I can recall one message because my WAEC result was not very, very nice. So I applied for a school in Canada and I'd already paid my application fee and everything. And at the end, he just sent me like this message. I was crying when I received that message. It was like this message that, oh, you did not meet the criteria. Da, 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 da. I knew I had to do my work. I literally begged these guys that is there any other way that I can prove that I am no longer the like a decimal student of then? Like, oh no, there's nothing we could do. I was literally crying. So I think that was one of my first rejections via email. And I've had many more. So rejections are just a part of life. And if you start learning how to accept them now, it's going to be easier much more in the future. For some scholarships that may not work, you learn to just brush it over. But I really, really pray and I hope that you do get the scholarship and that in due time you come here and testify that you got the scholarship. Hallelujah. I think I've come to the end of my video. Do I have any bonus tip? Draw close to God. Draw close to God. 200 level will test you. Again, I'm not saying this to scare you. I'm saying this to prepare your mind. So don't leave God out of the picture. Don't. He's the one that will hold your hand and walk you through. God is the one that's going to help you to even like choose from what tasks or what responsibilities should I drop or what responsibilities should I take up. God is your guide. You can't leave your guide at home. God is our comfort. God, I'm explaining that comfort part because there are going to be times where you may even break down and cry. I'm just being honest, right? There are going to be times where you feel like, I can't do this anymore. I'm so clueless. I don't even know what to do. But God is our comfort. God is our guide. If there's something you want to take this 200 level, have it at the back of your mind that God is your guide and God is your comfort. Don't forget to share this video to as many 200 level students as you know. And when you do, let me know in the comments. Just try to share it. Thank you so much for watching. It really feels good to be here. And should I say I'll see you in my next video? I don't know, bro. Bye.